to bring you another exciting game. Thanks for joining us here on a great night for football. Each of these teams look ready to get this game started as the Bills square off against the Saints. We're here for another great game. Welcome to the action. I'm Al Michaels, my partner, John Madden.
Every time we see this team play, this guy's making a tackle in the backfield or chasing down a quarterback. I think more and more teams have figured that out, and they can't be ignored up front. Trying to put a couple bodies on him every time they can to keep him from disrupting every play.
Goose McAllister should see a lot of action to help give his offense a more balanced attack. The only way they're going to be successful against that defense is to keep them honest with the running. It's definitely going to be a game of X's and O's and who has the better game plan.
Now, those guys got to be careful not to get all tired out doing that. We've got to save some of that intensity and energy for the game.
Both teams ready for tonight's showdown, so let's head to the field for the kickoff. The Saints are ready to kick this one off. Short kick. He didn't get much of that one. From the 20-yard line. So he looks to be okay, but he'll have to come out for at least one play. Ball on their own 38. Henry, the lone back. Neufeld goes in motion. Gets the pass off. He hits his receiver. Good read, finding the single coverage in the secondary. First and 10. They line up in the I formation. On the carry. Fakes the handoff. Throwing. Just couldn't get that pass under control. That pass was right there, but he was unable to hang on.
All he can do is look at his hands and wonder what the heck happened.
In today's game, a matchup of two of the premier running backs in the National Football League, John.
Two of the better run-blocking offensive line. You can't run without those big guys clearing out some space. And I'm expecting the blocking up front to be a key to this victory.
Ambrose makes the tackle at the 45. Gain of 2. To convert on this third down, they have to reach the 38. New Orleans comes out in their nickel package. With the throw. This one falls incomplete. Got it off just before they got to it.
Yeah, he got out of there, but it was way off because of that hit he took.
Mormon will come into this game to punt. Here's the punt. Fair catch called for. The offense just about ready to call their first play of the game. Inside their own 20. Only one man in the backfield. Going to the air on first down. He had a shot, but couldn't come up with it. And this ball falls to the ground incomplete.
It doesn't help the quarterback's confidence when he gets the ball to his receiver, but he can't hang on. He's got to know that he can count on him to make the catch.
Brooks from the shotgun. Gets rid of it. And he makes the grab. Nice read, finding the receiver who was in single coverage. It's first and 10. Williams moves in motion. Pushes it left. Big pop that time.
You want someone there to tell you to watch out because he just got decked.
Just about a 3-yard gain.
Check this out.
About 6 to go. They'll go from the I formation. He hands it off. Lloyd makes the tackle at the 31. And that gain will get them a fresh set of downs.
He just exploded towards the marker that time. That was a big-time run.
And this is the 5th play of this drive. The backs are lined up in an I. Brooks with a man in motion. Dropping back to pass on 1st down. Pressure coming, throwing, and he hits his target. Brooks completes the pass, good pickup, about 7 yards. And this is the 6th play of this drive. They need about 3. Buffalo comes out in their nickel package. Flings it to the outside. That short pass incomplete, brings up a 3rd down play. Seventh play of this drive. Drops back. Closing in. With the pass. Incomplete pass. That was right on the money, but dropped. Brown looks like he's ready for the return. Here's the kick. And he chooses not to return this one. First and 10. They'll go from the I formation. Tucks it away. He's brought down behind the line for a short loss. They wind up in reverse that time. Good push in the middle of the line.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who you are. If the defense gets that much penetration, you're going to go backward.
2nd and long coming up here. The backs are lined up in an I. Off again. Young with the stop at the 26. Not much on that play.
Yeah, and that's what happens when you talk about a disciplined defense. They stay at home and wait for the runner to come to them.
It's 3rd down, and they have a long way to go. New Orleans with 6 defensive backs. With the pass. Great throw. Ambrose brings him down at the 39-yard line.
Now, this is one heck of a play. Look at it. You're in a hole here on 3rd down, and they come through with this perfect play that gets them a first and keeps the drive going.
Tosses it out to the right. Stops him for negative yardage. They lose a bunch on that time.
Yeah, he shot through the line almost untouched and made a great tackle on the back.
2nd down, and they need 15 for the first. Bledsoe with a man in motion. Gets rid of it. Picked off. The 40. A lot of space in front of him. The 20. And he high steps his way to the end zone. Bellamy is in there for the touchdown. to line up for the extra point. The kick is up, and the extra point is good. The Saints set to kick it deep. Good distance. From the 14. Their last drive ended with a pick, and the offense right now ready to call their first play on this drive. It's 1st and 10. The backs are lined up in an I. Under pressure, gets his hand on it. The good pass rush forces the erratic pass.
The defensive coordinator is pulling out everything. He's throwing his whole arsenal at him right now.
The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him.
I'll tell you, the safeties in this league are some of the toughest guys on the field. They can hit you with force where they just stop you dead in your tracks. And that hit was definitely a stop dead in your tracks type.
1st and 10. This one is handed off. Dropped in the backfield for a short loss. Shelton couldn't find an opening and was brought down very quickly.
Yeah, he was. This line has to do a better job of holding up at the point of attack. He has a fast first step. He can explode through the hole, but he needs a line to create that little crease or cutback lane to break free.
Only one man in the backfield. Henry. Nice play fake with the pass. And he just can't hang it. So the single coverage downfield and went for it all. Fifth play of this drive. New Orleans comes out with 7 in the secondary. Drops back. Pressure, gets the pass off. Incomplete pass. He's having a tough time getting anything going on this drive.
You have to give credit to the defense out there. Those last few times he dropped back to throw, he didn't look comfortable. And that's because they did a good job confusing him with their scheme and their coverages.
Lewis will go back to accept this punt. Here's the punt. From the 24-yard line. Flag down. First and 10. The backs are lined up in an I. Hand it off to the back. Spike makes the tackle at the 25-yard line. Pickup of about 7. So they need about 3 here. Brooks sends a man in motion. Looking upfield. Spike records the stop at the 27. That run won't move them forward.
The lineman just failed to open up any holes to run through or give him room to work with.
1 yard to go. Hand it off. Play action. Gets rid of it. No completion there. The tight end was right there, but he just couldn't get that pass under control.
I don't know what happened there. The quarterback did his job delivering a catchable ball. He just couldn't come up with it.
Berger is ready to pump this one away. Here's the kick. Puts it on the ground. The Bills are there to pick up the ball. First and 10. The backs are lined up in an I. They'll pass on first down. With the throw. This defense, John, knows how to create a lot of pressure.
Any way you look at it, an incomplete pass is a heck of a lot better than throwing it to the other guy.
Stops him at the 45. So let's take a look at how this back compares to the opposition. They need to reach the 38-yard line to convert. After 1 quarter of play, the score is 7-0. And we're ready to start the second quarter. About 6 to go. New Orleans looks like they're playing the pass as they're lined up in the dime. He surveys the field, and this pass is complete. Thomas makes the tackle at the 35-yard line. Nice ball going to the air, and that'll move the chain. It's first and 10. Henry, the deep man, setting up play action, throwing. He's got it. Mahomes is in there for the score. Dell comes in for the point after, which will knot it up. And it's up. And he sits on the extra point. The Bills draw even. The Bills are lined up for the kickoff. Not a real deep kick. Should be returned. From the 19. The 30. The offense takes over after they were unable to get any points on their last drive. So they have first and 10 here. McAllister is the deep back. Tosses it out to the left. Can't bring him down. Fletcher is the guy who's there to bring him down at the 40-yard line. Not much running room this time.
That's because they're continuing their effort to establish a run game here in the first half.
7 yards to go. Brooks back in the shotgun. Throwing. The defender's got it. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Troy Vincent is in there. Touchdown. A bit. They'll get set for the extra point. And it's on its way. The extra point attempt is good. That's 14 unanswered points.
These guys are really starting to get the momentum going in their favor.
The Bills are ready to kick this one off. They'll return this one. From the 16-yard line. The last series, they forced a bad pass and got the interception. It's 1st and 10. McAllister lines up behind his fullback in the eye. Dropped in the backfield for a short loss. The offensive line didn't get much of a push on that play, and the runner is stuffed.
As soon as he got the ball, there was a defender in his face to knock him down.
2nd and long coming up here. They'll go from the I formation. Gets rid of it. And it's complete. And he is bumped out of bounds at the 38. Horn makes the catch but doesn't get very far.
And that's what the mark of a solid defense is. They close in on you in a hurry, and they don't miss tackle.
3rd and 3. Get the ball again. Ooh, that one will leave a mark.
He got hit so hard he darn near had to take a taxi back to the stadium.
Solid yardage on that run.
He really ran well there. He gets some great blocks, and he has patience as he picks up the 1st down.
So we have 1st and 10 here. McAllister, the deep back. Nice play fake. He goes to the left side. Clements is the guy who's there to bring him down at the 29. So they pick up a 1st down and a lot more. Good call there.
I've been to many places. I've seen many.
Ball on the 29-yard line. McAllister, the lone back, tosses it left. Spikes with the tackle at the 27-yard line. They went back to the run on that play.
That just goes to show you that the coach trusts the guy to hang on to the ball.
6th play of this drive. They're within striking distance here. Brooks will work out of the shotgun. Gets rid of it. Incomplete pass.
Watch here. He's trying to make the catch, but as he's about to bring it in, he takes a big shot from the defender, and that forces him to drop the pass.
And here's a look at each team's success on 3rd down so far.
3rd down conversions are usually a good barometer of how well your offense is playing. It means that your offense is making big plays when they need them.
With the pass, perfect pass. Runs through the tackle, breaking free, and he ducks out of bounds at the 9-yard line.
Now this is one heck of a play. Look out. You're in a hole here on 3rd down, and they come through with this perfect play that gets them a 1st and keeps the drive going.
Fletcher takes him down at the 5, and they were able to get to him before he got very far.
This defense can really get after the ball. Once they figure out where the play is going, they do a great job shedding their block, then they have closing speed to get to a block area very quickly.
5 more yards to get it into the end zone. They line up in the I formation. They'll go with the run once again, and he's brought down at the 4-yard line. They ran it there.
Yeah, that's an important part of this team's offense.
Four more yards to the end zone. The backs are lined up in an I. Floats one into the end zone, and he dropped it. They failed on third down because he felt the pressure and couldn't complete the pass, John, and they missed a golden opportunity with 3 cracks from inside the 10.
Yeah, that was a lapse on the offensive side of the ball. The tackle missed the block, and that made him let go of the ball before he wanted it to.
John Carney comes in to attempt a 21-yard field goal. The kick is up. He made that one easily. The Saints tightened it up. The Saints set to kick it deep. Good kick, should be returnable. From the 5-yard line to the 20. The passing game is really working for them. We saw that on their last possession as they worked their way down the field for a touchdown. And let's see if they can do it again here. So they have 1st and 10 here. The Saints come out in a dime package. Pass play here on 1st down. Passing run. Incomplete pass. Not a bad pass, John. The receiver just couldn't come up with it.
He put the ball exactly where you want to put it. A defensive line getting lower than the offensive line. When your defensive guys up front can control the line of scrimmage, it makes it very difficult to move the ball on offense.
Here's a 3rd and long situation. Bledsoe from the shotgun. Looking downfield with a deep throw to the right side. It's caught. He was really hit hard on that play.
Yeah, you talk about your depleter. That's what happened there. He unloaded, and he got a depleter.
Almost at the 2-minute mark now. So 2 minutes left before halftime. From the gun. He's off to the tailback. Hahn makes the tackle at the 30. He was fortunate to get anything on that play.
And that's a tribute to their strength and conditioning coach. These guys spend almost as much time in the weight room as they do on the field. And you see it pay off when a guy can turn a play that looks like a sure loss into a play for a couple of yards. This defense has to be ready for run, because they're in a spot where the offense can call just about anything with this much time left.
Good pickup on that play as they try to get the running game going, establish something big.
I'd be running it with this guy, too. If he can keep getting runs that pick up 4 or 5 yards a pop, they should keep going to him. 4 or 5 yards per play is what they're going to need. On a 3rd and short situation like this, the defense has to be ready for anything.
Setting up play action. Perfect throw. Dives and brings him down at the 19-yard line. Can't draw it up any better than that. Textbook 1st down.
Red zone opportunities are always a big factor, and they should get at least a field goal out of this drive, as long as they're careful with the football.
Another run. He just unloaded on it.
Boom. Now that is what football's all about.
He might have gotten a yard or 2.
That guy got knocked around by that defense. He needs a little protection from his linemen.
So it's 2nd down now.
And here's a chance for the offense to make their move. The defense could be sending a blitz, so I'd go with something to my running back. A swing pass or maybe even a screen. If they execute, they could put this one in the end zone.
The 1st down marker is just inside the 9. Henry, the lone back, looking for room. Ruck with the tackle at the 14-yard line. Pulled down after a minimal gain.
They just manhandled him at the line of scrimmage. I always say that if you win the battle in the trenches, it's going to go a long way towards your winning the game.
The first down marker is just inside the 9. Henry, the lone setback. Henry. They'll go with a play fake to the end zone.
This is just a beautiful play to force the incompletion. I mean, he gets up high, and he turns what could be a touchdown into a heck of a defensive play.
And it's on its way. The field goal attempt is good. The Bills are lined up for the kickoff. And it's a short kickoff. From the 20-yard line. Hornets losing by 7. It's back out.
Got one on it.
They'll probably be playing a soft zone cover, where he should have options underneath if they go with the pass.
We ain't playing.
The Bills come out in a nickel package. Passing on first down. With the pass falls incomplete. Safety makes a nice play getting to the ball and tipping it away.
And he made the play when really the receiver should have had it. Moving to meet the ball is something that some receivers don't do well. There's only one way that they're going to be able to do something about this score. Keep throwing and getting out of bounds.
Brooks will work out of the shotgun. And he makes the stop at the 42-yard line.
The defense has to think run here because the offense has timeouts and won't be afraid to put this one in the ground to try and get the first.
Brooks with a man in motion. Tosses it left. Dropped behind the line. Gallup was stuck on that play, John.
They're just relentless when the offense decides to run the ball. They break down blocks very quickly, and they do a good job maintaining their gap assignments, limiting cutback opportunities.
Very solid defensive effort to force the 3-and-out. Here's the punt. From the 29, the 40, the 50, the 40, room to run, the 30, the 20, the 10, touchdown, Buffalo. And Bell comes in for the extra point. The kick is up. The point after is good. At the end of 2, the score is 24-10.
One, and then comes the 2 to the 3 and 4. Then I drop the beat I have in store. Lay, the lyrics on the top like a...
So before we start the third quarter, Here's a quick look at how both teams have fared in the first half. Just about ready for the second half as they line up for the kickoff. Decent kick. We should have a return. From the 16. The 30. He shakes the defender. New Orleans needs 2 scores to get back into this one. Deuce McAllister. Neither back has really been able to do much today, John.
And you got to give the credit to both of those defensive fronts. They knew that this one was going to be all about controlling the line of scrimmage. That's exactly what they've done. It'll be up to the offensive line on both teams to play a lot better to get this running game.
You can hear the collision up here.
He's feeling it right now. Either that or he's numb all over. And that's worse.
Short gain and then burst through the middle, maybe half a yard.
I don't think I'd call that run a burst. That was more of a limp up the middle.
Ball on their own 35. The Bills come out in a dime package. The veteran slips in there and gets the sack.
Hey, you still got to give him a lot of respect. His moves haven't diminished that much, and he still makes impact plays.
Now it's 3rd and 9 coming up. Buffalo comes out in their nickel package. Pressure coming. Gets away the off-balance throw. Perfect pass. The 30, the 20, the 10. Horn is in there for the touchdown. Kicker lines up for the point after. And it's up. The point after is good. The Saints have narrowed the gap. Any news, Jill?
Hi, Al. The Bills coach is pleased that his team leads right now, but he has concerns about his defense. He's disappointed in their lack of intensity and the missed tackles that have resulted in big plays. He knows that rapid improvement is needed if they hope to protect this lead. Al?
That was Jill Arrington with her sideline report. The Saints are ready to kick this one off. Not a bad kick. They'll set up for the return. From the 12-yard line. Buffalo can take complete control of this game if they can get this one into the end zone. First and 10. They can't get it done on the ground on first down, John, but they're still leading in this one.
Some teams manage to get by pretty well without a solid running game. And that's mostly because their passing game is very effective, especially their short passing game.
Henry couldn't even get out of the backfield.
This defense is extremely active and effective up front. They do a good job of getting upfield quickly, creating havoc in the backfield. Misdirection plays and draws can be a good way to use their speed and aggressiveness against them.
Jones brings him down at the 31-yard line. John is still trying to move the ball on the ground.
This is a tough physical team that likes to run the ball in just about any situation. When you can run the ball consistently, it really wears down the interior line and helps to slow down those pass rushers.
These third downs haven't been much of an obstacle, and it's helped them to take the lead. They give it to the halfback. They'll go with a play fake with the throw. And he dropped it. The little lob doesn't find its intended target. So they'll line up to punt after going 3 and out. Here's the kick. From the 41-yard line. It's 1st and 10. They're having no success running on 1st down.
Stuff like a turkey. I mean, less than 2 yards isn't very good.
They're going to keep testing this rushing defense.
The guy seems to get stronger every time he touches the ball.
8 to go. McAllister, the lone setback. Brooks sends a man in motion. Lloyd records the tackle at midfield. They went with the running play.
You never know when you're going to find some room and break loose into the secondary.
3rd and 3. Brooks from the shotgun. Dropping back. Gets rid of it. Great throw. The 40. Reese brings him down at the 34. Great catch and run there by Lewis.
Hey, that's all you have to do with this guy. Just give him the ball and let him outrun everybody on the field.
So they have 1st and 10 here. Rushing on 1st down has not worked out for them today. Less than a 2-yard per carry average.
Which is one reason why they find themselves on the short end of the stick right now. It's hard to have consistent success without balance.
Couldn't find much of a hole, and he's brought down after a gain of what looks like a couple.
Yeah, you talk about push. This line got no push at all, and there was nowhere to go.
They need to get the ball inside the 24 to convert for a 1st down. Only one man back. Drops back with the throw, and he just can't hang on. No catch on that pass play.
That's got to be a little disappointing. He's been putting in a lot of extra time at practice catching balls, but it looks like he's really having a tough time keeping his concentration out there.
And this is the 6th play of this drive. Buffalo comes out in their nickel package. Gets rid of it, and it's complete. Breaks away from the tackle. Good-looking play there as they pick up the 1st down to keep the drive alive. And this is the 7th play of this drive, and they find themselves in scoring range. Hand off to the tailback. Lloyd makes the play at the 10. And now our viewers can see how successful each team's main running threat has been today. They'll need to reach the 5 to convert. Hand it off. Posey stops him dead at the 10-yard line.
Watch this hit. He gets his helmet right under his chin, wham, and takes him straight to the turf.
Throws one up in the end zone. He's there. Joe Horn is in there for the touchdown. Carney will attempt the extra point that would tie this game up. And it's on its way, and he tacks on the extra point. 2 consecutive touchdowns has tied this game up.
This team has a lot of character. Even when you have them down by 2 or 3 scores, a lead is never safe. Got to be careful because they can make the big plays on offense, defense, and special teams.
We'll get another opportunity here on the punt return. They may kick it away from him this time.
I'd avoid kicking directly to him since he run one back.
From the 9 to the 20. And there's a flag on the play.
On the receiving team.
It's 1st and 10. Almost every time they try to run the ball on 1st down, they've had little or no success.
This boils down to the offensive line allowing too much penetration.
Rogers makes the play at the 21. Good gain for the offense here in the second half.
This is one of those guys who seems to play better as the game goes on. The more he gets the ball, the better he does. So I'd expect to see him get quite a few touches here as the game winds down.
Henry in the backfield. With the carry. Trying to find something in the middle. Nothing open.
I'll tell you, the guys up front got outworked on that one. They got knocked off the line and they never recovered.
5 yards to go. Nice job so far on 3rd down for the offense, and we'll see if that continues here. And the catch is made. Perfect pass, great catch, and that'll move the chains. So they have 1st and 10 here. Almost every time they try to run the ball on 1st down, they've had little or no success.
In a tight game, you never want to be one-dimensional. But they're on the verge here if the 1st down running doesn't improve.
John, I don't know how they didn't pick that one off.
The quarterback felt a little pressure on that one, and it looked like he fired the ball out there before he wanted to.
And this is the 5th play of this drive. Henry lines up behind his fullback in the eye. Howard makes the stop at the 48-yard line. Now let's have a look at what our runners have done up to this point. Sixth play of this drive. About 6 to go. They've done very well on 3rd down to this point. With the throw. And he makes the grab. Great move by the rookie to get open and bring it in.
He can great separation. He has above-average hands, which will help him to last a long time in this league.
And this is the 7th play of this drive. They're in field goal range. Handed off to the back. He shakes a defender. Ruck takes him down at the 11-yard line. At the end of the 3rd quarter, it is still not enough.
In my home alone and on these streets, I see beefs and walk with.
The Bills tied up in this one. Will begin the 4th quarter with good field position. They need 11 yards to get it into the end zone. The Saints come out in the quarter defense. Closing in, throws it, no completion there. And he throws incomplete because he had major pressure.
The corner came on a blitz and he sprinted for the quarterback. Guys love the opportunity to get a sack. And that time he just missed taking him down.
And this is the 9th play of this drive. They give it to the halfback. John, one of your favorite terms right here. I'm going to use it. Boom.
Yeah, but that's worse than a boom. That kind of hit could loosen your teeth.
Nobody on this defense can make a play when they need it.
Well, they keep getting him in these 3rd down situations, which is what you want. but nobody in this drive has been able to stop him when it gets to third down.
Henry, the defense. Howard with the stop at the 2-yard line. That run didn't get them much.
Yeah, there was a defender in every gap ready to make the tackle on that play.
2 yards to go for the touchdown. Keeps it. We were waiting for him on that play, John.
The scouting report on him says that he likes to take off and run. They're going to be looking for that kind of thing. That time they had everyone in position and they played it perfectly.
3 yards will get them 6 points.
The offense has been stepping it up on third down all day.
Again, he'll get the call. Travis Henry is in there for the score. And so he takes it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
He was like a locomotive with a full head of steam.
The kicker lines up for the point after. The kick is up, and the extra point is good. Lewis gets set to return the kickoff as we take a look at his stats. The Bills are set to kick it deep. And this one's a short kickoff. From the 13. Couldn't stop them from getting into the end zone the last time out. First and 10. They line up in the I formation. Throwing on first down. Throws it. This pass is incomplete. Brooks read it perfectly with single coverage, but the ball was tipped away. Brooks back in the shotgun. Williams goes in motion. Dropping back. And he's brought down in the backfield by Posey. The veteran linebacker bursts through and gets the sack.
He's always had the uncanny ability to have success in the blitz, especially when the other team least expects it.
After the sack, they'll be looking at 3rd and long here. The defense has had difficulty stopping them on 3rd down. Incomplete pass. The incomplete pass brings up 4th down. Let's see what the punt team does here. I think they might aim it away from him so he doesn't have the opportunity to do what he did the last time.
You know, in close games, special teams are sometimes a determining factor on who wins.
So they have 1st and 10 here. The Bills line up in Tripp's bunch. He goes to the left side. This one falls incomplete. Bledsoe somehow got that pass off.
So many passing attacks in the NFL rely on timing. When you can put pressure on the passer, you never give him a chance to get into a rhythm, and you force him to throw the ball before he wants to.
The Saints come out in a nickel pack. Refuses to go down. No place to run on that one.
And the thing is, when you don't get underneath the defensive line, you're not going to have the leverage needed to knock them off the ball. And that time, the defense had all the leverage.
And they'll now face a long third down here. Williams comes out in their nickel package. And he had it and lost it. Incomplete. Fourth down play upcoming after that drop pass.
That is a catch you have to make. The quarterback did a pretty good job getting the ball to his receiver, and he just dropped it.
This punt will be his third. Here's the punt. From the 26. He had a good return.
Boy, the coverage team is going to need to do better because he could take the next one all the way.
So they have 1st and 10 here. McAllister, the deep man. Brooks sends a man in motion. Spikes drags the ball carrier down behind the line. So after that run, we can see how the two main threats on the ground have fared so far. It's 2nd down and a long way to go. McAllister, long setback. Stopped behind the line. McAllister didn't get any help from his offensive line.
It was just about impossible to run when you have guys in the backfield just as soon as you snap the ball.
3rd down and a long coming up here. Buffalo comes out in their nickel package. Throws on the run. Fletcher pulls him down at the 46-yard line. This is a chance for him to make another big contribution.
They'd better be awfully careful on this punt because he can put it in the end zone. 30-yard punt at the 22-yard line.
First and 10. The quarterback gets set with only one back behind him. Handed off to the back. Ambrose makes the tackle at the 26. So that's a gain of about 5. They need 6. Henry is the deep back. Bledsoe sends a man in motion. Well, back handoff, and he just got leveled.
Yeah, you know that whole deal about what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? Well, the unstoppable force won that one.
It's 3rd down and 4 to go. And we can attribute this lead to their ability to convert on 3rd down. Hand off on the draw. Well, that didn't cut it. Now they're looking at 4th down.
They made the decision to just keep it on the ground. Take time off the clock, not force anything. This is the luxury of being ahead.
Nothing happening for the offense. They're forced into a 3-and-out. Here's the kick. And he waves for the fair catch. First and 10.
Set. Hey, hey.
Passing on first down. Throwing. Great pass. And he goes out of bounds at the 44. Caught the pass but didn't go anywhere.
Nope, they were on him like glue.
The defense doing everything they can to keep this last drive out of the end zone. A little over 4 to go. They'll go from the shotgun. The 50. Dives and makes the tackle. There's an injury, and Jill will have the answers for us soon. Directing traffic. The Bills come out with one linebacker and several defensive backs. Pass play here on first down. Gets the pass off, and it's caught. That pass didn't have much behind it.
It wasn't pretty, but when you look at the statistics, it's not how pretty it was, it's how many first downs you pick up.
They'll call this play at the line of scrimmage. Dropping back, throwing, and he can't hang on. And they have to go to the air because they need big plays fast.
That's right. You got to have composure in these situations. Find your receivers that can pick up yardage after the catch. But most importantly, you have to keep the chains moving.
On second down, they figure to go to the air as they try to get closer to the end zone. The quarterback lines up with two backs behind him. He was hit just as he threw. No choice here, John. They just have to keep throwing.
Yeah, they do. Running the ball isn't going to do a whole lot of good now. The quarterback has to remember that he doesn't need to get it all through the air. He doesn't want to try and force one long when he's got something underneath. But if the throw goes to the guy underneath, he has to use his legs to get past the marker.
Buffalo comes out in a dime package. Throws it. Pass ball's incomplete. Time is working against him.
Yeah, I'm thinking they're going to keep going to the air, but it might be a little too late.
And so we come up to a very crucial fourth down play.
The defense has been able to keep him from getting past the marker so far. They need to do it one more time. And if they don't, we're looking at a heck of a finish.
They're in a tough spot here, but they have to go for it. Gets rid of it. This pass is incomplete. And they turn it over on downs.
Maybe he thought his team could make a play when it really mattered. Now they've given the other team a chance on offense.
This one is just about in the books. Henry, the long back. Henry. Rodgers punishes the ball carrier at the 25-yard line. He got in there and made the tackle, his fourth of the game. John, nothing there on that play. Looks like he might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage.
They better mix up the play call a little more, trying to free up some space in the middle. That back just didn't have any help from his line on that play.
This one is handed off. Ruff records the tackle at the 29, and he picks up about 4.
Usually I think we'd see a run, but this coach has made some gutsy calls before, and he could be looking to make another one right here. I'll tell you, this defense better be ready for anything.
They've executed very well on third down so far, and that's a big reason why they're ahead at the moment. Shelton. Sullivan makes the tackle at the 29-yard line. The third down run, not enough to keep the drive alive, so the punting team coming in.
There's nothing wrong with trying to grind it out in the fourth quarter when you're playing with a lead.
Offense couldn't get it done, and they'll line up to punt. Here's the punt. Fair catch.
39-yard line. Fair catch made at the 31-yard line.
The quarterback trying to get his team closer here on first down.
And it's every quarterback's dream to drive his team down and throw the touchdown that brings him back. I'll tell you, he wants nothing more than to do that right here.
Buffalo comes out with 7 in the secondary. Drops back. Throwing. Great throw. Posey pulls him down at the 48. Looks like he's calling an audible. He'll stop the clock with the spike. Second down now. They have to get closer to the end zone. They need to reach the 38-yard line to convert. Gets rid of it. Stop behind the line. Holds the couple. And that's a perfect touch pass.
Now, that was a perfect throw. He put just enough air under that pass to lead his receiver to that long connection.
Looking for an option with the pass. On the money. Big pop that time.
Boom! That is big-time football.
He's rushing the offense back to the line. Spike stops the clock. Second and 10. The Bills come out in a nickel package. He surveys the field, looking left for the long pass. This pass is incomplete. Good defense down near the goal line.
The defensive coordinator believes in the bend but don't break philosophy. They'll give up some yardage in the middle of the field, but when they get down near the goal line, they really turn it on and make big plays like that.
Time for just one last heave to the end zone.
The defense cares about only one thing here. They can't let the ball cross the goal line. And if the ball's in the air, they just have to knock it down instead of trying to pick it off.
Gets the pass off. Incomplete pass. So this could be the last play of the game. The Bills come out in a nickel package. Drops back, throwing. This one falls incomplete. And time runs out. The game is over. The final score is Buffalo 31, New Orleans 24. For John Madden, Joe Harrington, and the folks of EA Sports, this is Al Michaels saying so long. Troy Vincent was the standout tonight, and he's the winner of the Horse Trader Award.